What happens when a master of horror spends a night in a hotel that's truly haunted? On October 30th, 1974, Stephen King was about to find out. He and his wife Tabitha were the only guests at Colorado's Stanley Hotel just before it shuttered for the winter. An immense, pressing silence owned the long, empty corridors. In the cavernous dining hall, they ate entirely alone, the scrape of their forks the only sound to challenge the vastness. This profound isolation was the perfect catalyst for fear, planting the dark seed for what would become The Shining. Their room for the night was number 217, and in the depths of that night, King was torn from sleep by a horrifying nightmare. He saw his own young son running and screaming down the hotel's endless hallways, pursued by a writhing, sinister fire hose. He awoke in a cold sweat, the vision intensely real. By the time he stood on the balcony, the entire plot had materialized. The question lingers: how much of that vision was just a dream, and how much was the hotel itself whispering its secrets into a sleeping mind? The Stanley was already steeped in its own ghostly lore, and the staff eagerly shared its tales. They spoke of phantom children, their laughter echoing on the fourth floor, a story that would directly inspire the spectral Grady twins. King didn't need to invent a haunted house. He simply had to listen as the hotel planted its own seed of madness. This fusion of a real place and fictional terror is why the story remains so potent. But its journey to film would birth a very different kind of monster. What if the story of a haunted house wasn't truly about ghosts at all? Stephen King's novel burned like a furnace of supernatural rage. Stanley Kubrick's film, however, is a chilling, deliberate block of ice. He meticulously dismantled King's vision, replacing living topiary animals with a cold, geometric hedge maze. Imagine young Danny on his tricycle, the wheels suddenly silent on a patterned rug, the only sound his own shallow breathing. This wasn't just a setting, it was a psychological trap, an architectural blueprint for insanity. The maze wasn't just in the garden, it was the hotel itself. It was the shape of Jack's unraveling mind. This precision gave birth to a labyrinth of theories. For decades, analysts have pointed to Kubrick's infamous continuity errors. A typewriter mysteriously changes color between shots. A chair in the manager's office vanishes, only to reappear. The hotel's very layout is a physical impossibility. Could a director known for his obsessive control make such careless mistakes? Or were they deliberate signposts, a coded map embedded in the celluloid, a secret language inviting us to look deeper? The horror, this suggests, isn't just what we see, but what we are being shown without realizing it. Perhaps the most compelling theory reads the film as a chilling allegory for historical atrocity. Kubrick added a crucial detail. The Overlook was built on an Indian burial ground. In the pantry, cans of Calumet baking powder, its logo a Native American chief, are stacked like monuments to a forgotten past. The hotel itself is a tapestry of indigenous art, now serving as the wallpaper for a white family's violent implosion. The film's power today lies in how it forces us to confront the ghosts of our own history. But Kubrick's chilling architecture and hidden symbols were only part of his terrifying method. He needed to build the terror from the inside out, starting with his own cast.